blink and you miss it. We're round 4 of the 2025 season. So at the end of this round, we're halfway through the year already. Can you believe it? So much has happened already this year. We've got our first podium. We're leading the championship by 10 points. And we're having real good fun riding the bike, getting stuck in, having some battles. The next challenge is Donington Park. I've always wanted to walk along and talk like some sort of cunt TV presenter like this. So yeah, for one reason or another, I've always kind of struggled around Donington. My results have never been very good. My personal best time on a 600 around here is what the front runners for standard twins class do now. So I've really got to pull my finger out this weekend. We go to Donington twice in a year as well. So if I can't improve my riding standards around Donington, there's 2 really hard rounds for me where I'm going to lose a lot of points if I'm not careful. So looking at the forecast, we've actually got the weather on side this weekend as well. And there's no rain forecast, and it looks like it's going to be a bit too warm. High 20s on Sunday. But we've got the wind back, as you can probably hear. So we don't have the comfort of having the sides on the gazebo because it's too fucking windy again. I thought we left that behind at Cross, but here we are. The sound of generators can only mean it's a race day morning. So Saturday morning now, we're out for qualifying in about an hour. It'll be my first laps around Donington on the twin since October last year, so it's basically a throwaway test session. Just go out, get re-familiar with the bike and the track and stuff, and we'll focus on the lap time and some positions and racing in the first race later on, but qualifying is just a wobble round. But we've got Calum as our neighbour, so hopefully I'll follow him down and get a nice little tow from him because he's been testing yesterday. So also for quali, I've got brand new brake pads I need to bed in, so the first couple of laps are going to be braking quite a lot to get them nice and ready. Right, we've done qualifying. Time was absolute shit. Couldn't get the bike turned very well. It's quite windy out there. Hopefully that's the issue, and I'm not just riding like a fanny. But yeah, I couldn't get the bike turned how I wanted to. Running wide in some of the corners, having to shut the throttle, which shutting the throttle on these absolutely kills lap time. So hopefully it can lessen the impact of that for the race, or just ride through it. I think I qualified 10th or 11th. But as a side note, we have got Jamie Hanks-Elliott, who's entered standard twins on an R7. She's qualified pole in our class. So hopefully once they do the right thing and remove her from the class that she's cheating to enter, I'll be 10th out of like 15. So still pretty bad, but 10th sounds better, doesn't it? So this is the bit we're paying attention to.
Right, spirit animal is the pink fairy armadillo. Now, did you know the armadillo got 100 times better sense of smell than us? So can you smell points? Don't be a fairy and chuck yourself around those corners. Have a good one.
I've just finished the first race. Had a good start, bit of sitting up through Redgate on the opening lap, dropped me back a little bit. Ended up having to work for a few spots with a bit of clear air in front where I could see Calum and Tommy in front. Tommy had an issue with his gear lever, so he came back to me really quick, so I managed to get Tommy, but I finished behind Calum. So at the moment we finished 7th and 8th respectively, so me and 8th behind Calum, but we've just been to race control to protest the ineligible bike that won our class by a little margin as well. So as soon as that's been amended, I can stick my 7th place points on the board up there and see what the gap stands at then, and go from there. But absolutely smashed the PB as well. I can't remember what it was, but it was in the 146s. So my target is a 146.5. It was like a 146.9, I think. So I've still got half a second to find, but I found multiple seconds in the race, which is it's pretty good. We're going in the right direction. So we've got a little snack now, watch some bike racing, pizza later, and then hopefully the wind dies down and we can put the gazebo up and have actual privacy for chilling out, ready for 3 races tomorrow.
Oh, she's still Lewis's 6th place now. Lewis is not going to 7th.
This points table up here is going to see some more amendments in a minute. The guy that finished in 2nd place has actually got an ineligible bike, signed up for Super Twins. No Limits have fucked up and put him in standards, so that should be getting rectified, and then we'll have a look at changing the points board. It'll basically be the same because the gap between me and Calum is the same. We just bumped up a spot. The points difference is the same, so we'll just be adding a little bit of tally on top is all. The person that gains the most out of that is Toby, who got 16 points for his 3rd, will now get 20 for a 2nd, so he's the big winner out of that. Just taking some fuel out to measure how much we've used for the race, so we know. I had a rough guide, but yeah, we'll have a bit of a better reading, but hold just a second for that. Finger right across the lens.
Hang on, do it slowly.
I caught the sun. Take your glasses off. Yeah, take your glasses off. Fucking laughing at me. Quite frankly, considering there's literally a Domino's around the corner from Donington, if you're not ordering a pizza for race weekend, you're doing it wrong. Croissant, and coffee, and a fucking tractor. We've got 3 races today. The sun isn't absolutely cooking us to death just yet. The wind has stopped, so we should get good conditions for chasing some PB times. They still haven't uploaded the grid, so I have no idea where I'm starting in relation to my championship rivals, but we'll figure that out when we get down there, I suppose. Yeah, 46.9 to beat. Ideally need to be finishing in front of Calum and Tommy again, so Still pretty sweaty, and it's been a good like 10-15 minutes since we've come in from the race. Bit of a carnage one. On the first lap there was a accident involving 3 bikes. I'm not sure what happened with Lewis, but Lewis was out of the saddle off to the left of the exit of McLean's. His bike veered across the track. 2 other bikes have hit that bike, and I saw at the corner of my eye one of the riders that hit his bike went fully over the bars and had the bike like roll over. So yeah, that was pretty nasty. So yeah, he called us back to the paddock. Short little wait, went back out for a 5-lap restart, and the restart was really good. I had a really good battle with Calum. We were swapping positions like all the time. He was basically, with the exception of I think the second lap I might have passed him into the S's, but every lap he would pass me into the S's, so get a good slipstream, break a bit later than me into the S's. I managed to be able to break a bit earlier because I could see him up the inside, get a good run through the S's, and then pass him again by the time we got to the apex of Melbourne. And that basically happened every lap until the last lap, and we had 2 super twins come through on us. And I managed to hold him through the S's then. So I'm not sure where I finished. I think it's like 5th or 6th or something. Slightly slower lap time than yesterday, which is a bit strange because it's less windy today. But I guess there wasn't really a clear lap without an overtake in there, so it was, there was a pass going on all the time somewhere. So the race itself was really good fun. Shame about the crash and people potentially being quite badly hurt with the first lap of the first half of the race. But yeah, it's very warm. As I say, I haven't stopped sweating yet, and I've been in for a while, so it's probably only going to get worse. Yeah, I haven't seen the grid yet or anything. It's later on. I think Calum's starting in front of me. I think he's got quite slightly quicker lap time, so it'll probably be more of the same later on. So bring it on. Let's go. Unless we fucked this up, these are the revised standings now. So I'm back to my 10-point lead that I had after losing 1 point yesterday. I gained that 1 point back today, so I finished 1 spot in front of Calum. Toby's added 20 points again with another 2nd place, so he's overtaken Polly. Tommy stays where he is, but he was behind both me and Calum, so he's lost points to us overall. So yeah, that's how we look going into race 3 of the weekend. Right, we finished race 3, which is the second race on the Sunday. Calum finished in front of me, the bastard. What? He's a bastard. Yeah, we were close to each other at the start of the first lap. Then he got through on Tommy and Polly. It took me a little bit too long to get through them. By the time I had got through on those guys, he was far enough in front that I couldn't make a dent on the gap. So, yeah, I had to work hard to get through on Polly and Tommy, though, to be fair. So, Calum done a very nice move to get by them when he did. It looked like a bit of a desperate lunge, but he managed to get it stopped and got through all right. So, fair play. So, yeah, it's 2-1 to Calum at the minute. So, he's gained 2 points on me in the championship after that race now. We've got one more later. I'm starting the middle of the row behind him, I think. So, he'll be close enough to bother from the start. So, see if we can get some more of the same, some more feathers ruffled and get stuck in. Hopefully come out in front of him this time and claw those 2 points back that we just lost. But Polly's on 124 points. How many points did she score for her result in that race? Toby came second, right?
Yep.
And where did Tommy come? 10 points. There's now only 2 points between Toby and Tommy. So I'm leading with 176 points. Calum's chasing me down with 168. Then you've got Tommy with 147, Toby with 145, and Polly with 133. And as long as we remember the numbers when I've added it up, that is correct. Race 4 of the weekend, then we get one more bite of the cherry. The points gap, we shouldn't lose it. We shouldn't lose the lead unless we've had an absolute nightmare and run out of fuel or something stupid like that. So just get a result, accept a few points lead. I was expecting a rougher weekend, to be honest, than what it's been. So so far so good. One more to bring it home now. He's just got third, I've got sixth, so the points gap in the championship is now down to 2 points going into Anglesey the next round. I'm just going to go around and have a catch up with everyone before they pack up and go away, and then I'll sign this off a bit better in a minute.